Welcome to the Craden USB driver tutorial, where we will download and extract zipped driver files, disconnect the network cable, install the two-part Craden USB driver, look at the USB serial port, and reconnect the network cable. You can use the player's time slider and pause button to go back over any of this material. In this first step, we're going to download the USB driver. From Craden's homepage, please navigate to Craden's driver webpage. The URL of this page will always be www.craden.com/drivers.htm. Find the link to the cpcusb.zip folder and click on it to save it to your download folder. The file name saved will be somewhat different as it shows version control. The next step is to disconnect the network cable. This will stop your PC from running to the Windows Update page, looking for an automatically downloaded and outdated driver. In Windows 7 this happens a lot faster than you can stop it. Next, I'm going to create a folder where we're going to extract the downloaded folder to. And Windows 7 has given us a drivers folder, so I'm just going to add a new folder called Craden. And inside that folder, we'll make one called USB. Go to your Downloads folder and right-click on the folder that we just downloaded and select Extract All. Now we're going to browse to the folder that we just made, which was in Drivers. Craden USB, and we'll click Extract, and Windows defaults to show you the files that were extracted. We're almost ready to connect the USB cable to the printer and power it on. Know that the USB driver has two parts, a USB to serial converter and a USB serial port that both need drivers loaded. Okay, we've disconnected the network cable and connected the USB cable to the printer, and we're ready to power the printer on. We're looking at the bottom right of the monitor just above the system tray. When the printer boots, the device it finds is called a USB to serial converter. So we'll turn that on, and you see it fails because it can't go out to the Windows Update page. So we're going to work in Device Manager. So open your control panel and go to System and Security, and then click on Device Manager. All right, let me move that so you can see it. Okay, and here's the USB to serial converter device. This is the first part of two. And we're going to right click on that and update the driver software. We're going to browse the computer for the driver software. And we're going to look for the driver folder that we just made a few steps ago, Craden USB, and we'll say OK. We'll hit Next, and it'll install the driver software. Okay, it successfully installed the USB to serial converter. And then it tells you that something wasn't installed correctly. That's the second part. So let's close this. And it's looking to load the driver for the USB serial port. So right click on that, update the driver software, browse the computer. It's in the same directory. It's the same spot. So we'll hit Next. We'll get this warning. Install the driver software anyway, and the USB serial port gets loaded correctly. Close that, and in here you can see that it loaded it under COM4, and you can right click on that, select Properties, and you can see the port settings, the driver, the name, the date, the version. While we're in this port settings window, I'd like you to click this Advanced button and just make sure that this serial printer checkbox is checked. Alright, let's cancel out of this. We can close the COM port properties, device manager, and the control panel. The Craden USB drivers have been installed. Please don't forget to reconnect your network cable. If you need help with installing your printer driver, look for that video on the Craden drivers webpage. That video includes setting up of the PC's COM port and the printer communication parameters. If Windows would not install your USB driver, opting for one previously loaded or loaded incorrectly, watch the USB driver uninstall video, then reinstall using this video as your guide.